All right, did they give you a whole new copy that you have to redo?
I've got money.
Hey, Walter, I'm muting you just for a second, okay? While we let everybody in. Aw, how cute she looks. Look, I'm still in the workout stuff. Hey everybody, we're just waiting for folks to jump in. Thank you for being on time. I love that, right? I absolutely love that. We're gonna have a good time today. Absolutely don't know how long my dog is going to look as she looks over. Don't know how long she's going to cooperate, but we'll do what we do. We'll do what we do. Danny in the TV.
Don't.
In the TV. That's hilarious. Okay.
And
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. All right. So we're going to talk about authority building today, which is always fun. One of the things, hey, my assistant Maisha is here. That's the pretty one in the middle. Not that y'all aren't all gorgeous, but she's just, she got 100,000 followers on her Instagram because she is so pretty. What's up, Rodivia? It's so good to see you. Yeah. We're gonna have a good time today. I had as I was taking notes to do it, I was like, oh Lord, this will be way longer than I planned on spending time with y'all today. So we are going to break it up into probably 3 different pieces so that we can get it done. But the first piece is probably the most important piece, and it's always the piece that I start everybody on. So we'll just go ahead. But authority building is truly the key to building $1 million partnerships. Oh, here comes Steve. Hold on. Look, I told you she was gonna. No, get down. Get down, my puppy. Oh, well, come here, because Denise hasn't seen you. Come here. Okay, forget it then. She'll be back. She'll be back. All right. Hey, Thee, good to see you. Thank you so much for y'all that are on camera, because it is kind of tough to like, hi there. It's like, wow. It's I'm good though. I just have a couple of spots that aren't cute. But other than that, like this one right here, I still need the yarmulke. That's what I've been saying. Just to cover it up so that it ain't it's not so bad. But it's thick. Like I have a couple pieces that are really long, and it's the gray thing that's really bothering me. Like my kid was looking, my kid was like, what are you doing with gray hair? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, I've never seen you with gray hair. I go, I know, because I always had it dyed. But I am, so before we even get started, here we go. Cause y'all all know you've been with me for a long time. I feel great. I feel 95%. I'm kind of sitting with my feet up now just because I've had back to backs from today. And so I was kind of throwing this one in between some other stuff that I've got going. But other than that, I can walk 10,000 steps with no problem. I can, yeah, I don't feel bad. I'm done with all treatment, except for there's some medicine they want me to take that I'm still on the fence with. So I am totally cancer free right now. There is not a bad cell in my body, so that's yummy and wonderful. But that's the good news. The bad news is we know that my body knows how to make it, right? So we need to just make sure that we prevent it and stop it from making it, and kind of remove those things. I had just a partial piece just removed, so I just took out the tumor, but I still have all of the other parts. And then in the interim, I've just been writing and creating and committed to sharing everything I know with the world. So there are some things that that some days I forget, but other days I go, oh, let's make sure that I do that. So that's what we're going to do today. All right. So everybody else who's coming, they just have to figure it out. We'll go ahead and get started. All right, so authority building, I've got my notes over here. Authority building is truly the key to creating $1 million partnerships. And so y'all all know that that's a brand new book that I'm writing. And so just in case you kind of forgot who I am, and for those who are watching the replay who haven't seen this, we'll go ahead and do this one. So for many years, I was the only female African-American public utility owner in the nation. I built my first business from 300,000 to 36 million. Lost it all after 9/11, and then I rebuilt back my $1 million business in about 5 months. And so that's what the green book, the $1 million equation, is all about, right? And then I wrote the $1 million equation for doctors, and it was all about how I rebuilt it. Most of my first clients, I was doing it for them. And so how I came up with the 9 steps to building $1 million business in 3 years or less is I had just a coaching client that we started at 80,000, and now he's well over 2.5 million, but we got him to over 1.1 million in less than 3 years. And so we did all of that. So since then, I've written the $1 million equation for startups, which that one will be out before Christmas. And that is like step by step what they need to do. And my new book that'll be out mid 2024 is $1 Million Partnerships: How to Create Growth on Steroids, Key Strategies for 6-Figure Entrepreneurs. So this course that we're about to go into right now, this workshop, is truthfully one that is, I would say, 401 level, right? It's not 101. It is kind of a deep dive into stealth influence, I call it, like ways to get folks to say, you know what, there's just something about you. And so they've always said that about me. And I used to be like annoyed with them and be like, why do you say that? Like, no, I'm just like everybody else. But at the end of the day, no, I'm not. Right. And it's creating that illusion that no, we're not, and making sure that everybody knows that we stand out, and that we stand out. And it's not our personality. It's not just our spirit and all those things that they try to put it in. It is for me, it is a truly conducted way to make this happen. And so creating authority in your business is also an equation, right? So it is BS plus BW plus DS. Yeah. BS plus BW plus DS. D as in Dan. So the BS is not, I need you to BS, right? The BS is truly be somebody. You have to be somebody. And if you don't show up as somebody, they will lump you in to this thing that you ain't somebody, right? That you're just a regular Joe. And that is not who you are. So let's get to this one, right? So be someone. So I'm always asking, like, who are you in the marketplace? Right? Who are you? And how do you describe you? And how do other people describe you? Do they say, oh, you know, she's just the fun one, or she's so funny, or he is this, he is that? Like, how do they describe you? And if we leave it up to them to describe you, right, they're going to use just the things that are in their head. So I always love to tell people the stories, right? So if you've read my books, if you've seen any video of me or any type of interview of somebody doing it, I tell the same stories. Why? Because I want other people telling those same stories. So they'll tell the 3 men in 3 different states, you know, how did I get into the telephone business? Yep. Well, I was dating 3 men in 3 different states and I had a really high phone bill. Right. So then we all kind of giggle, and I say it on purpose so that that's the one that's in USA Today. That's the one that's in Entrepreneur Smart Money. It's so that I can craft how you talk about me, not you getting to craft how you talk about me. Yes, does that all make sense? All right, so we're doing this today as a workshop. I ain't gonna stand up here and lecture, because Lord knows, that's not what I want to do. So I am going to share this particular document with you really quick. So I'm gonna put this right here in the chat. And so this is what's gonna happen, is that when you get this document, so please just click on the link in the document so that you can start working it out. You wanna come up here to file once you open it and make a copy, because you're not gonna be able to type in it or do anything unless I give you access, and I don't wanna give you access because then everybody will see all your stuff. So come up here and make a copy. And then when you make a copy, now you can type in, you can adjust it, you can do whatever you want to. So next step is number 1 through 20. I want you to write down on this sheet, what are your top 20 accomplishments? Now it can be Little League trophy, right? Even if you were the MVP of the Little League, I don't care. Bowling champion. What are your accomplishments? So I normally do this live and in person, and this normally takes a really long time, but we're not going to let it today, right? It's going to take about a couple of minutes. So to have access, oh, I love you, Maisha. I'm about to answer a question that's in the chat, and she's just giving everybody instructions on how to do it. So we're going to take 3 minutes really quick for y'all to write down your 20 accomplishments, right? Write them down, figure it out. What are they? This particular worksheet I use every Sunday night, right? So when I get ready for the week, I go back to this worksheet. Number 1, just to remind myself that I'm a winner, right? And so if you haven't seen the movie Mahogany, at the end of the movie, Diana Ross tells Billy D. Williams, because I'm a winner. So it's like, look, it's knowing that you're a winner and always knowing that you're a winner, but also it's making sure that you show up authentically during the week. Yes. Because every single one that's on this one right here, I know you personally, a lot of y'all, and I know how super accomplished you are, but the world will make you downplay that. And they'll be like, ooh, who does she think she is? And so that's where I started telling people I'm the baddest chick on the planet. That's who I am. Because they would say that to me, right? Who does she think she is? I'm the baddest chick on the planet. Because if I listen to other people, they'll make me think that I'm not. All right, perfect. So I'll give you another 3 minutes to keep going.
Can I talk for just 1 second?
Absolutely. Hi, Walter.
I just wanted to hop on quickly. I mean, because I'm on my way out the door on a 2-week vacation. I just wanted to say hello, and I didn't want you to think that I'm gonna just go.
Look, I've been calling my puppy, and she won't come over, but she like loves men. So as soon as she heard you talk, she came running over. But so good to see you, Walter. Thank you so much.
Same here.
I'll be there the first week of January.
Okay, very good.
Need to make sure I'm doing a 3-day workshop that weekend, so we'll have to get together.
Very good. See you then.
See ya. Enjoy your vacation.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yes. So Walter, y'all, when he came to me, he was doing about 125,000. He won't be mad that I'm like telling all his business, right? Walter is an accountant, And I don't know if you guys have seen me tell this story about Walter, but Walter was like, I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to do this. I want to do that. You know what? I just want more clients. Right. And he said more vacations. I'm like, okay, great, great, great. So at 125,000, I said, well, you just need referrals. Like, how many clients do you have? Let's find a referral partner. So we found him a referral partner. Same thing that we're doing here in $1 million partnerships, right? He found one that was just fabulous. And in that partnership, he figured out what his real key differentiator was from everybody else in the business. So they were all, he would say, well, I'm an accountant. Well, I'm an accountant. I'm an accountant for entrepreneurs. Like, he couldn't really figure out what made him different. And so he started creating, doing their corporations for them. And so he created his customers. So he at first charged $2,500, and then he was like, forget it, I'll do it for free. Because what happened is, once they became a corporation, then they needed him to file the paperwork, to do all of the accounting, to produce all the reports. And ta-da, he just sent me a little email that said, now I'm working on the second million. So that's always fun, right? So from 125 to past 2 million is just exciting. So that's Walter, my friend Walter. I say, once you work with me, then you're my friend, right? That's all. All right, so how are we doing? Anybody need more time? Raise your hand. I can't see everybody. Shit. Yeah, stop sharing. Okay, I got you, Hazel. Folks like Denise that, she got 4 pages. Right?
Yo, I ain't lying. I'm like,
know.
okay. She
I know.
said, okay, all right.
Yes, all of them, right? Because it is important that you just have everything down there. We'll tell you what we're going to do with it in a second, but this is step 1 of commanding authority, is having all of your arsenals, right? All your weapons all together, so that when they doubt, when they are shocked, when we show up differently, and now we have, all women, it's rough, it's rough out there in the world that is the combo, right? So we're all good. Come here. Are you gonna say hello? Okay, fine. She's like, I want another barbecue potato chip. Puppy, she loves them. All right, we're gonna do 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna jump to the next step, because we want to have time so that we can do some Q&A and make sure that that I can give you everything that you need before you go. We don't want to be like the crazy. Well, no, I won't tell that story, because she might watch the replay. Right, she might watch the replay. So I won't out her for when we were sending out invites. Well, yeah, because I always just have to tell the truth, shame the devil. We sent out invites to invite people to come, and she said, no, thank you. To me, no, thank you. Okay. So then she sees the ad come through her timeline. Ooh, this sounds like something I want to do. No, remember you said no. I'll have to edit that part out. Yeah. just, yeah. It's always fun. It's always fun when they don't know me, right? It's like, she doesn't know me. So, okay, that's what happens. Yes. And so part of this building the authority is making sure that when people don't know us, that we don't just throw up on them, but that we just kind of allow them to figure it out. So we just keep showing up. We just keep doing like the things that are really important. All right, everybody done? Nobody needs any more time? Perfect. Okay. So what are we doing with this list, right? Why do we have this list? Why did I have you write that down? Number one is the first change that ever happens into somebody believing you are the authority is you have to believe that you're the authority. Yes, right. And so often we downplay the things that we've done. We downplay our accomplishments. We don't have, and when we show up on the thing, it says Danny's iPad, it doesn't say Dr. Denise McLurkin, right? We don't do that because we don't want people to feel uncomfortable. Yeah. But when you are the top and you are the amazing people in the world, yeah, we're going to make them feel uncomfortable just by our presence. So, we have, so they had in my earlier meeting, they have a swear jar, but they have a swear jar for me that if I don't cuss, like they start putting money in the swear jar. They're like, oh, Rochelle didn't cuss today. Right? But we have a, oh, the fuck well, right? If you don't get it, you need to get it. So first of all, I need you to believe that you guys are the baddest on the planet, the baddest at what you do. That's the only way that we establish you as the authority is you have to believe it. And if you don't believe it, you need to look back at that list of all of your accomplishments, of everything that you've done. Yes. So even in the B somewhere, we also have the SSP. And the SSP is shameless self-promotion. And this is one thing that I know you're not doing. Shameless self-promotion. Like, when are you going to tell the world that you've got all these accomplishments? Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to give you my resume and I'm going to give you this other stuff. No, right? Like, we need to have it integrated in everything that we do. So if you follow even my social, you'll see that, yes, there'll be videos of me. Yes, there'll be videos of me and my kid, but there's always the photo of me in Black Enterprise, me in Entrepreneur Magazine, me in Nerd Wallet, me in USA Today. Yes. So that people will know. So I don't have to tell them. They automatically do it. So your next step is, I want you to Google yourself. So go to Google, put in your name, your real name, your government name. You're like, ooh. Okay. So what are the first things that come up? You can come off mute and let me know.
My social website. Oh, sorry.
No worries. Michelle, 1 second. Yeah, Hazel?
On my social media.
All your social. And then what's the next page?
Yeah, it's just all my socials.
Okay.
My LinkedIn, yeah.
Okay, good. Michelle, what about you?
Sorry, I was looking at my page. It's just my website and then my socials, and then it goes down to like some Michelle Snellings that aren't even me. So not good.
Okay. Right. Okay. Denise, what is yours?
My LinkedIn and publications.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm trying to see. I didn't even know it was on Amazon.
Right?
I was
Okay.
like, wait,
That's
research.
part of it. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
but there's a lady down here. Unless it's another one. No, this is Tabitha. So I don't know how Tabitha got linked with mine, but yeah, I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
pretty
Okay.
good, pretty good.
There you go. V, what you got?
Can you hear me, Michelle?
Yes.
Uh, Website for financial advisory, my financial column in our local newspaper. Then it lists all of the recent newspaper columns. And then the column is syndicated, so it's picked up about other newspapers across Canada. LinkedIn, another newspaper, a book that I wrote, volunteer position for polio eradication, professional speaking, a podcast that I was featured on, a donation that I made to polio eradication, my Swim to End Polio television appearance, another podcast, um, a, a powerlifting event I was in, some books I've written, a speech that I gave, another swim that I did for polio eradication, professional credential that I have, another professional podcast.
Hell yeah. Hell yes. That's
I'm not
what I
on
like to
social, so that stuff doesn't pop up, although I suspect it would.
hear. Right. But it's all controlled, right? So here's the lesson. We want whatever comes up on social to be controlled, or in Google to be controlled by us, by me. I want the story. Yeah. So that when I'm Googling, yeah, like, it says there's 3 million entries, right? And it's just boom, 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 book, podcast, my socials, right? We need to make sure that the socials are updated. If you're going to use social, make sure that they're updated. Make sure that they're updated with what you want to do. Yeah. So it shouldn't just be where somebody just goes, well, my mom always says, where the dog stopped to shit on his way to the persimmon patch, right? Like, we don't want them to try to figure it out because people are lazy. They're going to stop, on the first page. So if your first page isn't what you want to be known for or the authority, then you're going to have a challenge overcoming all of that stuff. Or even like Michelle, another person that's not even you. What the hell? Nah, all of your stuff should be there, as well as every one of your different hold on a second, I will get there. Chemo brain, 1 second. I know the different oils. There it is. All of the different oils should be there, so that now when they see it, it's why, it's your personal brand. Your personal brand. I did this in a workshop, and when somebody else Googled themselves, they, it had parts of their social, it had like their birth certificate, like all of that comes out, right? And why do I do it? I do it because the first thing I don't want you to see is that I filed bankruptcy. Even though I say that story, right? Even though I tell people that, I don't want my court filing to be the first thing that you see when you Google me. Yes. So I want to control the narrative so that when people do Google me, they go, oh my goodness. Well, my goodness. Well, my goodness, Rochelle. Well, and as I'm sure they say to you too, well, you're kind of famous. And I go, only in a small circle. But then I go, oh, but quiet as it's kept, right? Baddest chick on the planet. but it makes selling so much easier. I don't have to close people. When they come to me, they go, I know you're the one, right? When Ro came to me, she said, I know you're the one. She didn't say, sell me, Rochelle. That's not what she said. None of those things. So if we want to make sure that people always pick us, right, then we have to make it easy for them, yes, this is the stealth part, to sell it to other people. Does that make sense? So that would be something I would write down in my notebook, right? In order for folks to pick us, we have to make it easy for them to sell us to other people, right? So this is the whole thing I found with my telephone company, right? With Fresh Start Telephone. So when folks would say, "Ooh, I'm with Fresh Start," they'd say, "Who? You with Fresh Start? Oh, I wouldn't be giving my money to that company. You know, you should go to Sprint. You should go to this. You should go to this." And they would sell them, and people would leave us within like the first 2 or 3 months because they didn't feel comfortable with us because I didn't give them the proper words to sell. So when they would come in, and in my monthly newsletter that I sent to every single customer, I had a section of the newsletter that was called Stuff I'm Not Supposed to Tell You, Things I'm Not Supposed to Share with You. And they would read this section, and the section was all the things that this is what you say to your cousin. So I would tell them in a story, and I wouldn't say it like they said it, but I would say, you know, there's people out there that will tell you that it's a bad choice to choose us. Well, this is what you can say back to them is that at Fresh Start, I never have to worry about being disconnected again. I never have, oh my God, bills. My bills are the exact same every single month. And it's not like when I switched to their service, they came and redug up my front yard. It is the exact same thing, which is all of our compelling sales messages, right? Is that that's what I put in my newsletter as things they're not supposed to say, but it gave them the proper words so that now they could sell it to other people. So like if they're buying Michelle's oils and stuff, right? Like they're like, oh, well, how come you're not with we won't name those other companies, those companies that are selling them MLM, right? How come you're not with them? Why are you buying them from Michelle? Right. So Michelle, we've got to put together the words so that now we're going to give them what to say, right? Or if it's even getting a job, why would you pick Denise, right? Why would you pick Denise for this job? So that now the person that picks you says, oh no, I picked Dr. McLarkin because this is where she's published. These 5 things is what she's done. Matter of fact, she created the curriculum that she brought to this college and taught all of them. And so that's why we want to bring her in as a speaker, professor, tenured professor. Yes. And whatever it is that you want, right? If you want full-time, but we all know that after 50, that full-time work don't sound fun no more. Cool. How many do I have to do? No, right. But we want to make sure that we are very clear on when somebody chooses us, they can sell it to the rest of the world. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe? Yeah? Can I get an amen? I get it. Okay, thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, let's go back to, so was Googling yourself enlightening? Yes. So I would look at the, what exactly you want, right? Where do you want your business to go? Because you got so many things on there. So for me, because I do have a lot of stuff on there, it was more, now I want to cultivate my new clients that are over 200 but less than $1 million, right? Like that's my sweet spot. That's who I really love working with, is folks that are over 200,000, because they're already established. Like, they're not like, I don't know if I can pay my rent, right? And then not over the million, because once they're over the million, then they want me to come do it for them. And at this point in my life, I work and get paid for my brain, not my hands. Right. So no, I'm not doing it for you. Right. You can pay for me to create your action plan, which I just did for a client last week. And gave them, okay, this is what you do for every quarter. This is where you allocate your budget. Here, this is what it should look like. This is how you dominate social. This is how you dominate these. So now I'm very clear on who comes in, right? And my messaging is very, very clear on who we really want to work with, right? 6-figure entrepreneurs, folks who are over 20K. So you want to just kind of think about, like, who are your best of the best clients that, and do that HPP. I don't know if you've seen me kind of lay that out, but I think, Maisha, if you could go to YouTube and grab the video for the HPP, so that we can give it to see. But one of the things that once I got to a certain level, and that I work with doctors on all the time, is let's not sell everything. Let's sell what, number one, we like to do, number two, that takes the least amount of time, and number three, makes the most money. That makes sense? And then it is the combination of one of those three things. Yeah. So it's kind of like, yes, I make way more money when I sell to the over the million crowd. Yeah. But it also takes all of my time, and it feels like a job. And jobs make me itch because I'm an entrepreneur. So that's why I don't like to deal with folks over the million anymore. Why are you laughing at me, bro? Stop it. You know, that's the deal. It does. It makes, I get hives. Like, you get 90 good days from me. That 91st day on the job, yeah, no. I can't. I am an entrepreneur. That's why my brain is constantly moving. I was joking with Hazel that I have entrepreneurial ADHD, ADHD. Like, I am an idea a minute. So I can't just sit and do the same thing over and over and over again. It just makes me sick. It's just not fun. Okay. All right. Any questions thus far? No, we can keep going. Hell yeah, let's keep going. All right, there's the video for you, see. All right, where is it? Where is it? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So you listed your assets. All right, your next item is, no, that's not that one. It's this one. Now I want you to write down how you introduce yourself. How do you introduce yourself when people meet you? And I know this is like so basic, but I'm gonna tell you, it makes the world of difference. And it's just stuff that I learned very, very early. That it's like, oh, now if I'm in like family and friends, or if I'm with people who don't, that's not how do I say it in a nice way? I just say it. So if I'm in a group of people who just want to ride my coattails, and they go, oh, Rochelle, introduce yourself. Then I go, hey, my name is Rochelle. I just do things, right? Because I can feel that funky energy. But if they have never, and I'm in a group, I always make sure I sit towards the end, because I already know that it's going to cause some chaos as people are standing up, introducing themselves. I never want to be the first one, because I know it's going to cause some chaos, right? And so when it's my turn, I say it the same way every single time, just like I did in the beginning of this one, right? Hey, everybody. I always tell a little joke, right? Just to kind of break the ice, something, ooh, it's hot outside, eh? Whatever. And then I go into, You know, my name is Rochelle Shaw. For many years, I was the only female African-American public utility owner in the nation. I built my first business from 300,000 to 36 million. I do the same inflection. I lost it all. Same thing with my hands. I lost it all after 9/11. And then I rebuilt back my business in about 5 months. Same thing. I show them 5 so that now they're looking at my hand about 5 months. And now I help entrepreneurs build their own $1 million business. So guess what happens? When I'm in a room networking, guess what happens? Right. They all come and run to me. I'm not chasing anybody. I'm not, hi, I should meet you. You know, I was just recently in Arizona at a 3-day event. And during that event, they all came to see me. Like I was, yeah, I'm in the bathroom. Here they are. Oh, it's like your energy is just great. No, I know. It's how are you introducing yourself? So, anybody want to practice, or are you going to make me call on you? They're like, everybody's like, look at your paper. Look at your paper. Don't look into the camera. Don't look into the camera. Come on. How are you introducing yourself? All right, Hazel. How are you introducing yourself?
Oh my gosh, I have to rewrite how I introduce myself. So typically, I just say, my name is Hazel Truesdale. I am a wife. I'm a mother of 7. I am a travel entrepreneur. I left my corporate America job to be a full-fledged entrepreneur. That's kind of typically.
Okay. Forward front, your future self, leading expert in. Yes. Yeah, always. Always. I always say I'm the leading expert. I'll make them Google it. Now, I had somebody when I said that I was the only, they were like, how do you know you're the only? I don't know, but I just say I'm the only. I'm waiting for the person that is one too to say that they are. Right? What? So, you know, all of those things of, oh, well, I may be wrong. So the one thing about, Denise teases me all the time about my daughter, Devin. Okay. And where is she going to college? And is she going to the College of Rochelle? Right. And I go, absolutely. And here's the reason why. Is because school teaches you that if you are not right, to not raise your hand, right? If you know the answer, then you should raise it. But if you don't know the answer, don't raise your hand. That's not right. Life is about failing over and over and over and over again, and still getting up and still keeping at it, because you will fail multiple times, whether it's in what you do, if it's in relationships, right? 56, I lead the league in bad relationships. My picker is just off, right? My brother says I lead the league in ugly men too, but you know, he's not right for that, you know. But it is what it is. Yes, you are going to fail. And so I can't wait to train my kid that it's okay to fail. So that's what we just do. We just fail forward. We don't let anything that happened yesterday stop us. So yes, you know, Thea is the leading authority. And guess what? When they Google her and they go, well, she must be. Look at all these podcasts she's in. Why did she keep getting interviewed? Why is she on TV? Look at how much she donated to this. Look at what she's done, right? They get the confirmation that no one is doing. I'm hearing from the industry that no one is doing what I'm doing. I need to leverage this. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to leverage it, right? We are the only ones that are doing it this way. So that when I talk to folks about getting referrals, you know, they'll say, oh, but you're not getting referrals the way I teach you how to get referrals. And they go, oh, really? Well, tell me more. Funny you should say that. Now they're open. Now I have an in, right? Well, you're not doing it the way that we do it. We have the special sauce. And so understanding that you have the special sauce. So Hazel, I would switch up how you introduce yourself. And number one, what do you want to be known for? You want to be known as a travel entrepreneur that left their corporate job Or do you want to be known for a mom of 7? So switch those around. I am a travel entrepreneur, left my corporate job. I lead a team of 150 individuals. Hell yes. Okay. We don't care that there's 22 of them on credit hold. Hello. That don't nobody know they on credit hold but you. Yeah. So I lead a team of 150 individuals that's growing every single day, and we are dominating the industry of travel, all while leading my family of 10. We got to throw your mom in there too, right? I have 7 children. Now, is that a better way to introduce yourself? Is that going to get people to come to you? Everybody? Hell yes. Right? Yeah. We are the fastest growing team in the company. Now, could that be wrong? Some days. But as of today, when I look, we're the fastest growing team. So that's what I'm going to tell folks, right? It's kind of like being an Amazon bestseller. I'm an Amazon best-selling author, okay? Do you know how I became an Amazon best-selling author? See, because they don't tell you that. They don't tell you the backstory. I know Thee knows, but normally they don't tell you. Ro probably knows too, is that you pick an obscure category, okay? And then you tell everybody to buy at the same time, because a best-selling author on Amazon changes every hour. So when you are number 1, you take the screenshot, tinky, and now I'm an Amazon best-selling author. I sold 58 books. And I was Amazon number 1. Now, you can't do that with New York Times, right? Because they have other things, right? So New York Times, you do have to sell 100,000, but you can still do the marketing to have everybody buy it the same week. And then you could be number 1 for that week. Right? But it's all about how you come into the room, how you introduce yourself. You don't want to introduce yourself as, and by the way, when you introduce yourself, you shook your head no. You like this. What's that about?
No clue, but it won't happen again.
Okay. Because why? Who are you?
The baddest chick on the planet.
Hell yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Like that cannot happen. Right. So how you come in, now you'll say, hey, Rochelle, I turn it on, I turn on. I don't want you to turn it on and turn it off. Right. Like I can be dead sleep and they'll say, ooh, who are you? And I do it the same way every single time because I know it works, right? I tested out ways. I shortened it. I wanted to tell them I'm the author after $4, $5, yeah. Right. No, there's nothing more compelling of I lost it all and we built it back in 5 months. Okay. So yes, Michelle, how do you introduce yourself?
Oh, Rochelle, come on. No. Well, I usually just say, hi, I'm Michelle Snelling. I'm an intuitive medium, and I've created an amazing product line that all of the blends are curated by me. And sometimes I say this, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I say my zone of genius is that I can pair the perfect blend with you for what you need right now.
Okay.
And
so
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I know it needs a lot of work. Because I haven't, that part where you were talking about, believing that I'm the best, and I'm just newly getting to that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I know
Well,
I
we're
need a
getting
lot of
there,
help.
right?
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Okay. All right. There you go. So couple things. Yes.
Yeah.
Number 1 is, oh, Rochelle, we're not even going to start like that anymore.
Okay.
Okay. It's
Mhm.
like, All right, Rochelle, I'm ready. Because there's no right or wrong answer. There's just an answer. Yeah, and that's why I said the school thing is like is hurt our children from being unique and from being like, there's always a right. No, there's not. There's not. Okay. Sometimes this is what's right for you. So I would love for you to lead with we make custom blends that work for exactly you. That's what sets you apart, right? That's what makes you different from all those other blends that are out there. It's just, if you can get it at Target, how do you know that it works for you? Oh, right. So I love to ask those type of questions when people say, oh, I just get it at Target, or I just get it at, when they find out that I am a marketing expert, they always go, oh, well, I just get all my business from referrals. Oh, you do? Gosh, that's so awesome. Who's the last person that referred you? And it's crickets, because they don't know, right? Oh, really? How many did you get last month? Oh, wow. Well, then that makes me nervous that if all of your business is coming from referrals, because that means that your business is kind of a roller coaster. Oh, okay. So maybe we should put something together so that that's a little bit more predictable. So as far as introducing yourself, Michelle, let's make sure that the custom blend is leading, because that's what really sets you apart. When you talk about intuitive medium and all of those things, it's tough for folks to figure out what that means. Okay?
Yeah, and I don't always say that. It depends on the audience.
On the room, right? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I like to come up with kind of two versions, right? So for in marketing rooms and people who are marketers and who understand that, yeah, I kind of switch it up a little bit. Definitely for if I'm at an event that's just like old friends, old family, people who know me from a kid, I definitely switch it up. Like, I don't do that. I just go, hey, look. Yeah, it comes out though, eventually in the conversation, that this is just what I did, because they'll ask me a question inevitably, and I'll be like, okay, well, when I worked for the telephone company, and then bought it, this is kind of what happened, and this is how we navigate. But definitely let's just work on that. So that's going to be your assignment for this week.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of just really, really a little step of putting that together, of how we're going to introduce you and how you show up to the world.
Okay.
Because you have just a kind, loving spirit and heart that, if they meet you in person, they see that, right? But if they don't, we need to make sure that that's conveyed via Zoom in one of these rooms and in other places in the world. Is that
Thank
fair?
you. Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Perfect. You got it. All right. Who else wants to go? Danny, how you introduce yourself?
Oh, hell. I knew you was about to call on me. Yes. Hello there.
Rockstar student. Come on, man.
I'm Dr. Denise McLurkin, and I'm here because Rochelle Shaw is my biological mother, and she will not claim me.
Tell me how that works, because we like two down. We're only a couple years apart, but okay.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, and I have my doctorate in literacy education from the University of Michigan. So if your child needs help with reading, I'm your superwoman. If you need to pass the state exams, the RECA or the EdTPA, once again, I'm your superwoman. I'm there to help you, and you can pass those exams so that you can pursue your goal of being a public school classroom teacher.
There you go. So I would pick which one would be the one that you want to be the superwoman for, right? Because we can't be all things to everybody. So do you want to work with the little kids?
Like both, but I think, no, because I think I can see myself with like an audience for parents and then an audience for those who are in their credentialing programs,
Sure.
and
Sure.
that they need help. And
Yep.
and it's interesting because my sister teaches with a young lady who is in a credential program, and she was going through the RECA training, and she said, and they were texting, it was on a Saturday, and she said, I need help because this lady's just reading this book. I'm not prepared. And I said, send her my contact information and we'll work it out together. So that was confirmation for me. See, they don't know what they're doing. They got the manual that they stole from me. But you're not teaching it like me. You don't know it like me. I created that manual. So if you want to go ahead and get third-party information, God bless and keep you is my prayer. However, if you want the one who created that, who has statistics to back the passing rates for the first time on either of these exams, I'm your superwoman.
There you go.
And me too.
Now,
Reach
all
out.
that's on your, so I always look at where can I make the most money, right? So for third grader Johnny who can't read, his mother is frustrated, but I don't know if she's gonna pay you as much as Miss Susan, who is tired of college, who wants to make real money and get hired. She's gonna pay you for that class, right? She's gonna be ready to pay you, and it's always now there's an incentive. Right now, there's an incentive for her to pay you. So one of my friends actually teaches kids how to write the essay to get into college, right?
Yeah.
And so he's an first year immigrant here, and so he targets folks who are first year immigrants and their parents, right? Their parents, because he has that small little niche, their parents will pay him $5,000 for that. Whereas the other parents are like, oh yeah, no, the price is $300 to $500 for that class, right? So I always look at who's going to pay me the most, and that's where I spend my energy because I'm fundamentally lazy, as your godmother would say.
No, I say this all the time. I am the laziest overachiever I know.
And I don't know if it's lazy, but I think it's I sit and I go, yeah, no, there's got to be a better way. Like that just don't make sense to me. Right.
And call me the 11th hour, because truly I will burn the midnight oil. And if I have 3 weeks on a project, you can best believe I am thinking about it for 2.5 weeks.
Right.
And I might get on that computer right that Thursday before the Monday it is due, and we'll do round the clock. But what you get, you are gonna love.
Of course.
So I have a hard time with, just like you were saying, right, giving you a time every day. I don't tick off work like that. I don't do that. I take a chunk of time.
Yes.
So, and explaining that to people too, because folks are just like, oh, so do you have any updates today? Girl, I told you I got 3 weeks, right? Didn't we agree?
I talked to me Thursday before.
Yeah, right. That was, we Tuesday into the first week, girl. No, baby, I love. God bless you. But
I say that didn't make it to the top of the list this week,
right? Because I'm probably working on another project. Right, I'm on the tip end of those 3 weeks. So yes. So knowing who I am as a writer, knowing who I am, as like the one doing all this work, has been key for me, because I have to tell folks up front
how to work with you, right?
Yes.
So it's even like my assistant Maisha, right? So I had to tell her how to support me. Yes. So that when she got an email at midnight or at 3 a.m., it doesn't seem like abuse. Yes, because those folks will call it abuse. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That was just the time that I sent it to you. It's, well, I didn't say send it back. Right. So, and so now I actually say it in the email. Don't worry about this, and we'll talk about it at our morning huddle. Right. So we have a
Yeah.
morning huddle, and then I try to keep things to there, but if I have to get it out, I have to get it out. So, talk about the lazy, just back to that. So I look at, how do I make the most money with the least amount of time?
Mhm.
Period. Right. And then I don't take those other ones. Yeah, makes sense. So
Yes.
that who you say yes to determines who you say no to, determines who you get to say yes to. So if you say yes to, oh, he's really cute, but it's a shame he can't read, but yeah, I'll take him. That's going to take up some time that you could be really working with the better target market who's going to pay you, your mortgage for the month, and you only need one or two of them, and now you're happy, right?
Yes.
And you're not pissed off because little Johnny, and you got $200 from the mother and you had to chase her for that. You've got the face now. Yeah, that's how I do. So it's like, no. That's why I don't work with certain segments anymore. It's like, if you are a startup, like, you have to convince me. Like, I have to either really love you and know that I'm doing this as a gift, or I have to be invested with you, and I have something on the outside way. So, gosh, okay, we are at an hour. Oh, you got one more thing? Go ahead.
No. I just said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure. Always the fun part, right? And this is, I live for this. I live for this. I can be dead tired, but this right here is the most fun. And people don't want to do this first step work, right? They always want to do fancy marketing tricks, and we'll do those, right? So next week we'll just talk about how to put all that stuff together. But your job this week is number one, to fix your intro. Okay. Fix that. I don't want to hear any more of that hooky low of oh and ooh and I think I do and all of that. Yeah. No. We are powerful. We are amazing. We are fantastic. Hey, Joan, I know you didn't say anything, so I'm gonna call you out next week and I'm gonna make you say something. We know it, right? So let's show up in the world that way, because you never know who's there to refer you. You never know, right? It could be a family member. It could be somebody 2 or 3 down, and we want them to, have the picture, right? Because I used to tell the 3 men in 3 different states story all the time. And yeah, oh, how I got into the telephone business. You want to know like the truth, or you want me to make up a story? And they go, no, the truth. Okay, the truth is I was dating 3 men in 3 different states, and I had a high phone bill, and I got this first bill, and then I met this guy, because every story starts with I met this guy. That was when, my hair was long. Okay, I'm not gonna cry about the long hair. Okay. And I would do the shake and the shimmy when I told the story, and oh my God, and all I got was, 2 letters from men in jail. Okay. That's not fun. One had some cologne on it though. And he said, he really wanted to meet me after reading my story. No shit, right? Like what? And then, but the other one told me he was in for a non-violent offense. Like that was gonna make a difference. So I decided to change how I show up in the market because of that. Yes. And that's where all of this kind of came from. Of, okay, I can tell that story, but tell it after I've secured this deal. Tell it, we're going to have some fun and some funny times with it. Just so everybody knows. So making sure. So number one is finish your accomplishments, because I'm sure you left some out. I'm sure there's things on there that you forgot. So the fun thing is once a month, I'll go and Google myself and go, oh, I forgot I even did that podcast. I forgot I even did that, right? Because we can just put that, set it and forget it in one of the social media ones, even though you're not on there, and just show that, look, just podcast after podcast, just authority after authority. She's the leading authority in helping people with their financial planning and their money. and she's the millionaire creator or whatever you want to do, because that's the next step. And this is what the last thing that I want y'all to do for this week is think about what unique name we're going to give you. Yes. So if you are a superwoman, are you the reading superwoman? Are you the whichever? So one of the things that we did for Miles is we named him the Court King. And so now they go, oh, you just need to call the Court King, right? You just need to call the Court King. He can do that. So that's how he gets ton of stuff. So yes, I will send you, I'll have Maisha send y'all an email with your action for this week, in case you aren't able to write them down, because I see that you on the go, Missy. So making sure we have number one, your accomplishments that you go over. Number two is your introduction. I want you to lead with what you want the world to know. So I'm processing with my eyes closed. And then number three, give yourself a unique name. So come up with 2 or 3 of them, and we will come all together and see which one we like and all kind of stuff like that. So I'll send you also the replay, so that in case you missed any of this, you will have that. And then of course, always open to live Q&A during the week. If you need anything, you just let me know. I love y'all for free, absolutely for free. Thank you for letting me come back. I haven't done a live workshop in 4 years. That was just mine. So I was nervous. I was really nervous this morning. I cut Hazel off from her time. I said, look, I gotta go. But thank you for showing up for me. It just makes me cry, because I love this more than anything in the world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I love y'all for free. And I'll see you next week, same time. And we'll just keep moving forward. But this authority thing is that once you get that plugged in, it's how we get business to come to us. Like, I don't like to chase. I don't like to beg. I don't like to convince folks that they need to work with me. It'll probably be same link. I'm not sure. I may have to send you a new link. I don't know. Zoom is, we'll figure it out. But I will send it to you. You may have to re-register though. I've already set up the new one. So that one is under the MDE bit.ly link. Yeah, same time on Friday. Yep. Because, come on. After you're done with this, you can go and enjoy your day. Or, hey, Denise, I'll meet you at Tina's in an hour. I'm for real. I haven't eaten today.
Let me take the dogs to camp.
Look.
So we'll get our time together. Yes, I know. They're spoiled. Listen, you got a dog on the ground who won't. Here's a man now wants to, and now I can't take my dog to camp. Your dog is spoiled too. I know.
She is. She is. Skylar, come here. She sleep on the couch.
See,
she's so bad. She's so bad. But all right. Next week, we'll get it together.
There, I promise. Yes, fist bump through. Yes, all right. Through my TV, girl.
Tina's is our favorite Mexican place here.
Ooh, yes, Lord.
Right?
Yes. Oh,
right. It's just delicious. Delicious. So we always go there. So can you tell, do we look alike? Do we look alike? That's my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go, you guys look so much alike. Like all of our.
Then I saw your glasses. I said, oh, damn, I forgot my glasses. I had to go get the glasses. And I said, because folks are starting to look a little blurry. And then I was like, we're in Riverside.
Yeah, Southern California.
Yes. And I was laughing and I said, oh my gosh. And they put me side by side with you. So I was like, dang, we do look okay. Yeah.
I know. It's like we just can't help it.
That's it. Right. That's
it. Come here. Are you gonna say hi or not? Okay, goodbye then. She's mad.
Next week.
All right, next week we will see.
I'll meet Skylar.
Let's get her homework done. And let's figure out what do you want to be known for, and think of your unique name. Yeah. All right.